Good morning, traders. Just a quick update on the markets. We got the gold. Basically, as I said in my last gold video, I was expecting a gap up on Monday, which we saw here. We saw actually a very swift move to 1588. So that was almost a 300 point move up, which is what I was expecting in the last video. Now we're seeing on the daily, we're seeing some selling coming in. Okay, now if you look at gold volumes on the daily, very low. Yeah, so there's no significant volumes in here. I still believe that this is manipulation. I don't believe that anything will come of the Iran stuff. The market is selling this, but you know, if anything comes of it, obviously gold is a risk asset. So if there's no risk in the geopolitical world, then gold will go up. Gold will go down. If there's risk, gold will go up. So that's the daily chart, okay? So let's look at some key levels on this chart. Key level is the close of yesterday, 1565. It's 1565.87, 1566. Plot those on your own charts. My prices might be a little bit different than yours. So the close of yesterday is a key level. On the weekly, this 1558 is a key level, okay? Right here, so we've got support here, okay. So now let's go and look at what are we looking at on the 4 hour. Now the 4 hour is still trending up, okay. So we're still above the Bollinger Band midpoint. I talk a lot about trends. On the 4 hour, we've still got, you know, this could potentially be some kind of crazy flag, yeah, potentially, right. So let me redraw that. So this could be a flag on the 4 hour, just a retrace to retest the breakout level of 1558, which is this level just below us here that we've tested in Asia, 1555, 1558-ish. Okay, so this could be a kind of a flag, and you know, if we break out back through the 1565 area, 1566, we can say that gold is going back up. Okay, right. And again, that 1606 level was something I put on there before. So this on gold could potentially just be a flag forming. So at the moment, we got the 4 hour trending up. We are starting to trend down on the 1 hour. Okay. So again, daily pivot 1571-ish, 1569, 59. I would say if I got back above the daily pivot, then I'd start looking for buys. Other than that, below the daily pivot today, I'm looking for sells. You know, we could potentially even come down into this area on gold today, 1550. So, you know, depending as long as the 1 hour stays down today, which is the Bollinger Band midpoint is right on 1570, right on the daily pivot. And remember my videos of the weekend, below the daily pivot, below the Bollinger Bands, I'm looking for sells, right? Okay. 30 minute, still trending down at the moment, okay. So we got stops up around 1565. It's a large stop on the 30 minute at the moment, you know, so manage the risk accordingly. So I am still looking for sells, you know. We do have a little bit of demand here. We saw here, this is the US Open. So we've got that bar, ultra high volume bar. So normally on ultra high volume bars, you know, I like to look at the lows and the highs. So we can see on this ultra high volume bar here, we've got around 1562 and a high of just above the daily pivot. So, you know, that's gold for today. So I'm looking for sell rallies as long as we stay below the 1570 level with a potential target of about 1548, 1550, 1547 to go and retest the Friday's kind of closing area. Okay. There was a bit of resistance around 1550, so we may drop another $8 on gold yet, and then we'll take it from there. So, you know, keep in mind, put that potential flag on your charts, keep that in mind. If we break out of the top of this, then gold is going to that 1606. It all depends what happens in Iran and what happens with gold in general. You know, let's forget the news, because I'm not really a news trader, but gold is being kind of manipulated. This was a widespread up bar. Okay, so you know, we're just testing the low of that right now, and there's a gap to fill here, right? So that gap to fill to there is about 1552. So we may kiss that, and then the gap is filled, and then we'll see what happens from there at 1552-ish. You know, potentially you might go back up, go and retest these highs here at 1585. Quite often when you see these bars, these up thrusts, quite often they're retested. Okay, so that says supply coming in, right? And then we got background, blah blah blah. Future, the next bar should be down to confirm the indicator, which it is. However, it's the next bar up, which it's not. So if there is strength in the future, also if in the near background, the supply may be tested. Okay, may be tested. Always when you see supply bars, they can be tested. This was a vicious one, so I'm not sure it will be, but we'll see. We'll see what happens on the 4-hour flag. At the moment, trends are down. I'm looking for a breakdown into a retest of the Friday lows. Yeah, Friday close, 1550 area, 1552, 1550, 1547, somewhere around there. That's what I'm looking for. So sell rallies, okay.